Okay, so I personally feel that let me just change the frame. I think that warm wall is kind of distracting. I personally think that we take airplanes for granted. I flew on an airplane to the place that I am right now, but if you really think about like airplanes, what are airplanes? They're literally like there's a force that pushes them in the air. Like we're sitting on a big rock, like some nicely shaped rock, like metallic rock, and we're sitting on it, and it just boomerangs itself in the air because of something called fuel, and then it just keeps on using the momentum that it got because of something called fuel and keep pushing itself in the air, and on command decides to fall off the sky as the rock. We saw birds and we were like, oh, we're gonna be birds now. We never think about it, but it is a remarkable thing. Okay. And it mimics life in a way that we all want to do remarkable things, right? You want to do remarkable stuff. I definitely want to do remarkable stuff. If you're watching this video, you definitely want to do remarkable things. And the airplane is a really good example. It's a really good metaphor on what it takes to do a remarkable thing. Okay. What I have to say about the airplane is that the remarkable thing does not happen on the ground. If you think about it, the remarkable thing does not happen when the plane lands. The remarkable thing happens in the air, right? The plane being able to get off the land and being able to sustain itself in a very precise direction, and it being able to go and stop and land, right? So the remarkable stuff that is happening with the airplane primarily happens in the air. But for that thing to happen, there has to be something on the ground. If you have been to an airplane, you know there's something called the runway. If you don't know what a runway is, it is the long road that the airplane goes like really fast on that track before it goes up, right? So it just does this little things. Maybe it's like maneuvering somewhere, but then it goes into, I don't know what the hell happened. Let me. Okay. The airplane, it maneuvers across places, and then it goes in on a road, and the road is pretty straight. And the airplane then goes at a slower pace initially. It starts going forward, and it suddenly keeps picking up speed. It picks up more speed. It picks up more speed. And then finally, when it's on that speed for a little while, it is able to take flight like this slowly, right? And then the magic happens of it actually being and sustaining in the air. So the airplane has to go through the runway in order to be in a position to be able to take off, right? The remarkable thing is happening right after the takeoff. Before that, it's just like a very heavy car, inefficient heavy car. Like it's so big, it's like a bus, you know, an inefficient bus. But the moment it takes flight, that is when it becomes magical, right? But for it to become magical, it has to go through the path of the runway. If the runway is too small, the airplane would never take off and it would continue to be the inefficient bus that it was before. The position is called taxi, by the way. So they knew that it's an inefficient public transport, essentially. So the airplane performing the remarkable magical things needs some really basic roads for a long enough time, for a long enough distance, in a very straight way, in order for it to perform and end or bring to resolution or bring to conclusion the remarkable thing that it's doing. Okay. And the runway is, like I said, it's essential. It's not important. It's not a good to have. It's not going to make things efficient. If the runway is not there, the plane will never take flight. If the runway is not there, then the plane will never land. It would crash and burn. You know, it would go down in flames. So the remarkable thing needs an unremarkable leverage that is the runway. Let's bring this to real life. You have an idea and you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to do this business, and your idea is remarkable. There's no doubt that this idea is an absolutely amazing idea. and it has the potential to become something great. But if you quit your job right now and you don't have a 6 month or 1 year expenses or even a plan, because it's a remarkable idea, you're converting it, you might not be able to reach profitability before you run out of money. Does that make your idea a bad idea? Does that make it any unremarkable as an idea? No, absolutely not. But you did not provide yourself the efficient runway for it to continue being remarkable or for it to even take flight, right? Another example, you go to the gym, you have the perfect plan to go to the gym, right? And your perfect plan consists you to be in the gym for a very long time, 3 hours every day. It's an amazing plan, but you don't have the runway to be able to afford that timing, and you would crash and burn before you're able to make some meaningful differences, because you'll go for 3 days that you're free and then you won't go. Same with food. You might think like, I will now, from now on, I'll only eat vegetables and like a single potato chip as my cheat day. You could, but you will do it for 10 days and then your body would just crash and burn because it's not used to that and it's starving. Okay. So you need to give your body the runway to be able to continue those things. So in a lot of the cases of ambition that we have, we wrongfully attribute the idea to be not that good to not work. We wrongfully attribute ourselves that we're not up to that standard. Maybe we don't have the skills. Maybe we don't have that in us to be able to do what we want to do. We're uploading videos. We uploaded 10 videos. It got like 15 views on an average. And now we're like, maybe I can't be a YouTuber. This is not for me. This is not for me. You're not giving yourself the enough runway that it needs to take off. And it will take off if you only are able to give it enough runway. Okay. So whatever remarkable thing you're planning, whatever remarkable thing that you're into right now, I know you are on many remarkable things. Maybe it's about your health. Maybe it's about a really amazing business idea. Maybe you're writing a novel. Maybe you are learning a new language, which is remarkable. It's magical that you're able to make new different sounds from your mouth, and it's a new meaning for a lot of people. For you, it was gibberish before, but now it's meaningful. Do that. Keep doing that. But just understand, just like how the airplane needs the runway to perform its magic, you need the runway to do the remarkable things that you're doing. And you need to actively plan for the runway. You need to actively give yourself the space for the runway. And you need to actively make it long enough for you to continue full throttle, full speed down that runway so that you have the runway to take flight. I hope this video is able to give you some insight in the things that you're pursuing. Let me know if you're pursuing something and you found some aha moment from this video. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.